So, Taylor Sheridan's Landman just wrapped up its second season, and let me tell you, things got absolutely wild. Season 2 picks up with Tommy Norris stepping into the big shoes as M-Tex's new president after Monty Miller's death. But just when he thinks he's getting a handle on things, guess who comes knocking again? Gallino, the cartel leader who saved his life. And this time, he's got his sights set on Cooper. Now here's the thing. Tommy's son turns out to have this crazy Midas touch when it comes to the oil business. And with M-Tex literally on the verge of collapse, Cooper's wildcat instinct might just be exactly what they need to survive. But between the chaos at work and all the drama at home, Tommy's reaching his breaking point. And he's not alone. Cammy's hitting her limit too, and she ends up making a pretty drastic decision about the company's future. Season 2 finale twist. The season finale, absolutely shocking. Tommy gets fired from M-Tex. Yeah, you heard that right, fired. And he's left with no choice but to sign this make-or-break deal with Gallino to create and run a brand new company called CTT Oil Exploration and Cattle. Talk about a twist, right? Season 3 release date. But here's the good news for all of us fans. Paramount Plus has officially greenlit Season 3. Now, they haven't confirmed an exact release date yet, but if we look at the show's pattern of dropping new seasons in the fall, we can probably expect it to return around late 2027. Tommy-Cammy showdown. So what can we expect from Season 3? Well, the stage is set for what could be an epic showdown between Tommy and Cammy. The finale has Tommy starting his own company with Cooper and T.L, which basically puts him in direct competition with Cammy. Their dynamic is about to shift from friendship to full-on rivalry. And honestly, the cracks in their relationship have been building over several episodes. It was only a matter of time. Season 3 could turn into an all-out war between these two. And here's what makes it even more interesting. Gallino's bigger plan is still a complete mystery. We know his end goal is to come out richer than both Tommy and Cammy, but we have no idea how far he's willing to go to make that happen. The big question is, has Tommy really pushed aside his fear and actually joined forces with a cartel leader? That's going to define how the entire next season plays out. The offshore rig storyline. One of the biggest plot points carrying over from Season 2 is the offshore rig, and it's being led by none other than Newsom. The last time we see him, he's on board this ship that's heading deep into the ocean to find oil and gas. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong. This is way easier said than done, and literally all of M-Tex's fate is riding on this one potential discovery. Given how important Newsom is to the story, especially to Rebecca's arc, it's pretty unlikely the show's gonna leave him behind anytime soon. This could mean Cammy's about to prove everyone wrong and make M-Tex richer than it's ever been. And if that happens, her clash with Tommy is only going to get more intense, and it's gonna send shockwaves through the entire oil industry. Season 3 cast details. Let's talk cast. Season 2 wrapped up with no major character deaths, so the most surprising changes in the lineup are really just from those in-narrative twists we talked about. The good news? Season 3 is expected to keep most of the original cast, with some of the newer characters potentially getting more screen time. Billy Bob Thornton is obviously coming back to lead the show as Tommy Norris. He's going to steal the spotlight once again. Demi Moore as Cami Miller and Ali Larter as Angela Norris are also set to return. And if the show keeps building out Ainsley's summer storyline like it seems they want to, Michelle Randolph has a really strong chance of becoming a bigger presence on screen in Season 3, alongside Bobby Salver Menuez, who plays Ainsley's new roommate, Pagan. Sam Elliott's entrance this season as T.L. Norris opened up a ton of interesting storylines, and that trend is probably going to continue into the next season. But one of the most prominent figures we need to talk about is Andy Garcia as Gallino, the ever-charming cartel leader. Garcia has actually confirmed that his character's journey might span several seasons, depending on where the story goes. So we're definitely not done with Gallino yet. More returning cast. Jacob Laughlin, Paulina Chavez, and Kayla Wallace are all expected to reprise their roles as Cooper Norris, Ariana, and Rebecca, respectively. James Jordan and Colm Feore have a strong chance of returning as Dale and Nathan. But there's a little uncertainty around Mustafa Speaks, whose character Boss has expressed interest in leaving Texas. Same goes for Guy Burnett. His character Charlie Newsom was last seen on that construction ship, pretty far from the main plot. Oh, and Francesca Schwereb is expected to return as Cheyenne as well. Evolving relationships in Season 3. Here's what I think is really interesting. Season 3 could end up being the most romantically charged season of Landman we've seen so far. The main question in Season 2 was whether Tommy still has what it takes to be a wildcat in the Lone Star State. Starting his own company is definitely a step in that direction, but there's still a long road ahead for him, Cooper, and the company to actually make it work. For Cooper, the future is just as unpredictable professionally as it is personally, especially now that he and Ariana are getting ready to tie the knot. And this all circles back to Angela's season-long wish to be proposed to by Tommy again. Remember, she's still technically his ex-wife, but they're living together. So we could see two of the show's main relationships hitting major turning points at the exact same time. Rebecca and Newsom. Another relationship that might reach a critical moment is Rebecca and Newsom. They get back together in episode 9, but that extended period of separation, combined with Rebecca's complete job overhaul, could potentially create some serious issues between them. Ainsley's new chapter. On a more positive note, Ainsley's storyline is probably going to flow in a good direction. She ends the season by moving back in with Pagan, her non-binary roommate. This is Ainsley's first time actually living on her own, so Season 3 will probably chart out all the highs and lows she goes through with that. And as for Tommy, his bold moves have opened up a completely untrodden path where every single step is bound to be unpredictable. Season 3 is shaping up to be intense, dramatic, and full of surprises. And honestly, I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates on Landman and all your favorite shows.